You may have lived in New Zealand all your life. You might have been born here, or you might have come here like we did from a different country. But unless you do certain things, you will never be classed as a true Kiwi.
And it was just like, why? What's wrong with it? It's just a bloody
Oh,
hat.
she was a snob though, Brian.
Yeah.
A real snob.
Yes.
Fancy saying that about you and your leather hat.
I know.
Did you have your shorts on?
In this week's show, we're going to share with you 7 things that make a Kiwi true Kiwi. If you do these things, then you are definitely a Kiwi. So let's jump on in and find out what they are.
It's a Drama, coming to you from Taranaki, New Zealand.
Hello.
Daddy, I love him.
Mother thanks you.
Right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Hello and welcome to It's the Drama podcast. I'm Liz.
And I'm Brian.
And today we're here to talk to you about you know you're a Kiwi when. So typical Kiwi things. If you do these 7 things, you are definitely a Kiwi.
Yeah, even if you just do one of them.
You've got to do all 7.
All 7.
If you haven't been to our channel before, we're Liz and Brian, husband and wife. We moved from the UK, England in the UK, 12 years ago. We're now living in Taranaki, New Zealand, and we love to talk about all things New Zealand, travel, moving to New Zealand, living in New Zealand, being Kiwis, because we're real Kiwis, me and Brian.
Yeah, I'm so Kiwi now. 12 years here. Just
So
Kiwi as.
Stay around till the end of the show, because number 7... it just shows you, all those people out there that go, oh yeah, you're not true Kiwis, you will be proved wrong. You will find out why me and Brian are true Kiwis.
Yeah, and it's not talking about tomato sauce. We're not even going to mention tomato sauce on this.
we're not mentioning
podcast.
it, even though if you do like tomato sauce, you're a true Kiwi. Right, so jumping straight into the show. Number 1 thing that if you do this, you are a true Kiwi, is you would never, ever go into a Foursquare with your dirty gumboots on.
Oh, no, that's
no
a big
way.
no. Yeah, and that's not just the Foursquare, is it?
No.
It's just like cafes, bars, pubs.
People's houses.
It's a big no-no. Any trade, even if a tradie, you're carrying big, heavy things in someone's house, your steel toe caps get left outside.
Yeah.
You know?
I just love it. I love it when you go to, for me, it's always Foursquare, because we've got a local Foursquare down the road here, and you go and you just see them lined up outside. They just go, just take them off. It's so respectful.
Yeah,
isn't
they get
it?
up out their pickup truck, which is called a ute over here.
Yeah.
Same as Australia, and they walk over, muddy gumboots on, and then just stop and take it. I don't know.
Kick
It's
them
just
off as well.
so respectful.
You can't just bend. You've got to do it properly, Brian.
Yeah.
You can't bend down and take them off.
Yeah,
You've got to kick them off with
It's
the
like
other foot.
and slide them off like that.
That's a true Kiwi thing, that is.
Yeah, and leave them standing up. They don't fall over when you kick them off.
Yeah.
How clever is that?
So do you do that, Brian? Do you take your muddy boots off before you go to people's houses?
Yeah, well, you have to.
Tradie and all?
Yeah, you do, because it just makes a mess of the house. Otherwise, I mean, there's building sites when it gets to a point where it's like no shoes in on site now, and it's like how do you combat that with health and safety? So you have to take 2 pairs of shoes with you, an inside pair and an outside pair.
Right, okay, I'm with you.
Because building sites are normally muddy, but then the house is like pristine and getting finished, and it's just So you've got to do the right thing.
Yeah. By the way, do you like our outside setting? We thought we'd take you around the back of the house today. Normally we sit... No, this is the front of the house, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. You're closer to the road.
Yeah.
But it's a windy day, so... and we've got the honeysuckle and pungas around us. So,
and I'm a little bit worried because just above us, to the left, is a fantail's nest. And she keeps twittering around. She's a bit worried that we're too close to her nest. But we've got some honeysuckle growing outside the house. And, they've made a beautiful little nest up there in the top. So we promise we're not going to disturb it and just...
we'll let her do her thing.
Yeah. Okay, number 2 thing that really shows you are a true Kiwi, okay?
Yep.
Is basically you just disagree with everything the Brits say to you.
Poms. Yeah, but it's true. It's just like, you can just let their eyes sort of go, here we go again.
You know you're a Kiwi when you won't agree with the Brits. And we say this in the nicest way possible because we are British, but... honest to God, come on. Everything we say is like, well, that's not right.
Yeah.
Well, that's not right.
I was talking about them poms.
And I noticed this the other day. I don't know. Actually, do you know what? I think it might be a man thing because women tend not to do it. Women tend to be more, I don't know, easygoing. But I don't know if it's a man thing. Because I noticed the other day when you were down the cafe and you were talking and it was like, you said something and they were like, oh, no, I don't really agree with that. And I just thought, well, obviously you don't.
Well, never agree with me, no.
So, do you agree or not?
Well, it is, yeah, because some women are nice and they'll just let you talk.
Well,
and
all women are nice,
yeah,
right?
well, no doubt. And it's just like, as soon as you're out the door, they'll be like, do you hear what he said?
Yeah. Do you know what it is with women? They zone out. They zone out, just to have a look next time you're talking to a woman and you're talking about something boring and just watch their face because they go like that, oh yeah, and then they zone out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit like, it's like, there's an English guy down there saying he was going to go Christmas shopping and this, that and the other. And
He wasn't English, he was Kiwi.
oh, was he not? Oh, right.
Did you not know that?
I thought he was English.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, and he just turned around and said he should leave that to the women.
Oh no, that was a bit... I was a bit embarrassed when they said that, were you?
I know. It was just like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy just looked crestfallen and was like,
Yeah.
no kids, no presents for the kids then.
Yeah. But no, like I say, it's a light-hearted thing, but if you just, now we've said this to you, just watch out next time, like you've got a bunch of Kiwis and a bunch of Brits together, and just watch how they... Oh no, I don't think it's that bad, or no, I don't think
They'll
it's
just twist
that
it
way.
slightly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
they can never go, oh yeah, you're right, Brian.
Yeah. Spot on there, Mr. Pom.
Okay, number 3 thing that you're a true Kiwi. Kiwis, and I didn't know this until the other day when it really stood out to me. Kiwis won't order a cappuccino. They will not go to a cafe and touch a cappuccino.
No.
I bet I'm going to get loads of comments now going, I have a cappuccino. But the reason I say that is because, again, we were down the cafe. Just know this about us, okay? We've got our house, we've got Foursquare, we've got a cafe, and we've got the beach where we walk the dog. We never go out of that little square ever in our life.
We do.
No, we don't.
Not when we're living here, no.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
That's our 4 places, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. That's all you need, isn't it?
Yeah, so you'll hear us talk about the cafe. It's High Tide Cafe down... Oh, no, is it too windy?
It's just getting windier and windier, isn't it?
Do you think it'll be all right?
I don't know. I really don't know. The barbecue's starting to flap now.
Should we give it a little bird?
Yeah. It's not the fantail. It's the barbecue. Clunk, clunk.
But yeah, we were down the cafe the other day and the guy came out with our coffees and he goes, there you go, 2 cappuccinos. And this Kiwi guy that we talked to down there, he's like, oh my God, I can't believe you're drinking cappuccinos. How European. We were like,
Well, what's espresso?
But no, the Kiwis will drink flat white, I think. Is that what they drink? Or tea?
Yeah, but they do like the mochachinos. Most Kiwis I've worked with, you say, what do you want? You're getting a coffee and taking it back to site or whatever it is, and it's like a mochaccino. So they do like the
mochaccino. That's a bit of a
mochachinos.
wussy drink.
Yeah, it's
Do
like,
you?
yeah. Well, you have a bit of chocolate on top of your cappuccino, isn't
How
it?
can you have a mochaccino that's chocolate and coffee mixed?
Yeah.
That doesn't make
I
sense.
know, but they do like it.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do you
they
like it?
No.
Why?
Can't stand it. It just doesn't taste right. It's like I want a cup of coffee and not a hot chocolate. I don't mind a bit of chocolate on top that is just there.
Do you know what I wish I was, Bri? I wish I was one of these people that went to a cafe and they just ordered a short black espresso and they go like this and they just knock it back. So cool, isn't it?
I used to be like that. But
You didn't? When?
when we had the cafe in England.
You didn't?
Yes, I did. I used to drink it all the time. It's not.
It is. Oh, God. All right, Brian. All right, okay. Yeah, Brian used to drink espressos all the time. I knew I'd seen it somewhere before.
Yeah, there you go, you see.
Yeah.
And a cigarette. Having a cigarette.
Okay, what? Okay, so, yeah, cappuccino. I don't reckon they like cappuccino. They leave it to the Europeans, so it's not a Kiwi thing to do.
Yeah, it's just not,
Right, number 4, typical. I can't get my head around this one. I really can't. But I mean, you're a Kiwi when you see a dead possum at the side of the road and you're like, yes.
Yeah, but
or a stoat, or even worse, they try and run it over.
Yeah, they actually swerve to run over these things. I suppose because they're a pest here. It's not like over in Australia where they're sort of endangered. Here, they're just a pest because they're just running right in the bush. So they literally do swerve to hit them. But then it equates to anything at night that moves on the road seems to get knocked over.
Oh,
You're
we
talking
live on
out
this
in
road.
rural.
I know.
That'll be. And rabbits, they go for rabbits. The hedgehogs, they go for a lot, don't they?
Oh, I like hedgehogs.
Yeah.
But no, the reason that they do that is because they eat the bird's nest, the bird's eggs, don't they? All the native birds getting taken out by these
Well, they're invasive. They really
invasive
are.
creatures. I was just going to say horrible.
There's no predators here to knock them out, like, you know. So
you know what? When my mum lived in Auckland, she lived up in, I think, what was the place called?
Titirangi.
Yeah. And she lived in this. She was renting a house up there when she first moved over. And my mum just loves all animals. Like, you know, she's just a huge cat fan and just loves all animals. And she was renting this house, and it was like in the bush and all these trees all around. Beautiful place, absolutely freezing though, but beautiful place. It had all these decks out into the bush, and there was these two possums that used to come down every night. And my mum, honest to God, she'd cook them a full-blown meal, wouldn't she?
Yeah,
Take it out to them, put it on the deck, and
spaghetti bolognese tonight.
You're not supposed to feed a possum spaghetti bolognese.
It was all the leftovers, wasn't it? Like, you know, but she just used to literally pile it all up and they'd eat it.
Yeah, and the neighbour had a real go at her and said, you know, look, you know, you're not allowed to do that. And had a real go at her. But so seeing dead possums at the side of the road, that's to be celebrated in New Zealand. You know you're a Kiwi when you see that.
That's it. You see farm trucks with like possums and a scratch through it.
Yeah. Right, okay, number 5 thing when you know you're a true Kiwi, when you will go out of your way to try and pronounce Māori words properly.
Yes.
And you will also include them, I really like the way that they include them naturally into like conversation, you know? So it'll just be like, let's go, bring the whānau over, or, you know, let's go and get some kai, or, you know?
Just the odd little...
just the odd word that they're what's the word? Incorporating into like everyday language, and it's just really lovely. And making an effort as well to just say things properly. Not like me, who can't speak.
Yeah, we're just like, get some chocolate and have a piece of chocolate.
No, I really like that. That's great. So, you know, you're a Kiwi when we've made a real effort, haven't we, over the last.
Yeah, since we've been doing the podcast, we've really tried to make an effort into saying some Māori words, even like pronouncing Taranaki as the right sort of way and things. You know, it just makes you feel a little bit more at ease, like, you know.
Yeah, and it's just more respectful as well to speak.
It's more of a modern day Kiwi. That's the sort of way to go, like, you know.
Yeah, definitely. All right, number 6. You're going to love this one, Brian. Number 6, that if you are a true Kiwi, out and out Kiwi, you will not need heating in your home because you're a hard as Kiwi. No heating for them, Bri.
You don't need any heating in your house, you know, because it only gets down to about -2 at night, so you don't need it.
Doesn't matter.
Just no.
A true Kiwi is tough as nails, I reckon.
They are.
That's why we'll never be Kiwis.
Yeah. We just live in a nice house. Well, warm house, I should say, like, you know, because every house I ever do, being a heating guy, it's got like full-blown heating in it. So,
but you don't need it because the thing with the Kiwis is they are very. They're I can't think of another word as hard as, tough as, like, you know. They just get on with it.
Yeah, they'll wear stubby. They call them stubbies here, like short shorts, in the middle of winter, pouring down, even hailstones or whatever it is, out there building houses. You know, in the farmers will do it. It's just, that's it, gumboots and stubbies. Yeah, a singlet or a t-shirt.
The other day, me and Brian were driving down to the cafe before we went to the Foursquare on the beach, and it was a nice sunny day, and Brian had his little shorts on, and he got into the
shorts.
Yeah, he had his little shorts on, and he got into the car. Ooh, it's a bit chilly on my legs, he said.
My feet are a bit chilled, a bit cold.
And he turned the heating up on the car, didn't you, Brian?
Yep, that's what it's there for.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, whacked it up to 24, I think it was.
So it's nice and warm on your legs.
Yeah, that's it. It was cold. It was only 10 degrees.
It wasn't.
Yes,
it was lovely and warm.
Yeah, but it was 10 degrees.
10 degrees?
Yes, it was 10 degrees. Today was warmer. Yeah, it was.
Really?
You're talking Saturday, aren't you? Yeah.
I thought it was a nice warm day.
Yeah, but I'm not hard as, and that's it.
Well, let's just talk about that for a minute, Brian. Do you think you've hardened up since you come to New Zealand?
No, because when I was working in France, up in the Alps, I worked in Chamonix as working on buildings and things, and I always remember this one guy. He was the owner of the company, and we were trying to get this asphalt shingle roof on this house finished, and you could see the rain clouds coming over, and it was around about October time. And it was pretty damn chilly, like, you know. I had long trousers on, and this guy standing there, just like the Kiwis, in a pair of like short shorts, just a t-shirt, sort of blowing in the wind, and it was almost like you could see the anger in him that he was just wanting to get this roof done before it started to rain, and it was just driving everyone so hard. But everyone's just like, you can hardly feel your nails. It was getting that cold with just the coldness coming off the mountain, right under at the foot of Mont Blanc. And this guy was just going for it, and it was just, and it started pouring down. We got it finished and away, but it's just some of the Kiwi builders are just like that, they will just got to get this done, and in a pair of shorts.
I know, and I honestly look at people sometimes and I just think, do you really not feel the cold, because you can get chilly days. And like Brian said, they're just there in their little shorts or whatever and just...
Yeah, we can be in puffer jackets, so you go down to talk about the cafe again, and they turn up in a pair of shorts.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Probably got it on air conditioning in the car, flat out, in the middle of winter. Just keeping themselves acclimatised,
so they get out and it's nice and warm.
Yeah, if they have to get the wax jacket out, it's a pretty damn bad day,
Yeah. Kiwis also love the outdoors, It's just, they just love being in the outdoors. I don't know anyone really who doesn't like the outdoors, do you?
No, everyone wants to get outside. It's especially here where we are. It's such a sporty place, It can get pretty damn cold in the winter, but it gets pretty damn hot in the summer. So
all your heating systems, because Brian had his own business where he sold heating systems, basically.
But there was that many builders that just turned around to the people who were building the house for saying, it's got insulation, double glazing, you won't need heating. And it's like, yes, you will. It's going to be a chili bin in there, it's going to be freezing. But the builder, hard as, again, it was just like, you won't need it.
Well, you wouldn't know any different.
Well, they don't need heating in the houses. They don't even need a house, I don't think. Just live under a piece of a blanket outside if you're lucky.
So did you find it difficult to sell heating to people?
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah. Well, the architects, they were the ones. It's like, no, it's a temperate climate. And it's like, no, it's not. I've lived there for 5 years now. It's freezing. Your house is, 8 degrees in your house. There's 4 degrees warmer than the fridge.
Did they not agree with you, Bri?
No. But then eventually they realised with all these, new improved insulation and everything, the house wasn't getting enough, thermal gain from outside, solar gain.
Going back to that thing about the, not agreeing with the Brits.
Well, they wouldn't, would they?
What do you mean?
You're coming over here trying to sell us heating systems.
No, but what I was going to say is going back to that thing. This is why I think we're more Kiwi now, Bri, than we were. Because don't you find, and this is really, what's the word called when you're not loyal to your own race, whatever it is? What's it called?
British.
Well, anyway, that's us. But I find now, Bri, when I sit down the cafe sometimes and I see like a new English person or British person arrive, my back goes up a little bit, Bri.
Yeah, as if like, don't you start telling us.
Don't you be coming and saying anything about our New Zealand. Have you found that as well?
Yeah, you do, yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
You can just, they stick out like a sore thumb, don't they? Like we would have done. Like, oh, don't do that in England.
Do you know what? This is completely off topic. I've just thought about this little story now. I also worked in France when Brian was working in Chamonix. I was a waitress. This is so bad. And this family, it was like a busy bar on the corner in the middle of Chamonix, and fantastic restaurant bar. And they all sat outside. And this British family came. And, oh God, I'm so embarrassed to tell you this. I went up to the table and pretended I was French, right? And I was listening to them struggling in English, going, ask her if she can have the steak rare. Like, I was just stood there going, pardon? It's just like, what a silly little cow.
Well, that's fun though, isn't it?
I know.
But it's just like, but you can see them struggling and you're just like,
And I was thinking, pretended I was French. How mean is that?
Yeah. But it's funny when again, I remember working in France and I was loading up the back of a truck once, and this guy walked over to me and he just started off in French, and he's doing his best French, and he was, and I picked up a few words like travail, which is work, and I just went, and I let him say all his thing, finish his sentence, and I just went, yeah, you can come and work for this guy, mate, because I'm going to be leaving in a few weeks.
I love doing that. It's
just great. And they just look at you as if like, oh, you're English.
Yeah,
It's just like,
By the way, if you are here, and you're go away fly.
Yep.
If you're here and you're still watching, you obviously love New Zealand as much as we do. Have you signed up for our free 5-day video guide yet about life in New Zealand? So it's a free, absolutely free 5-day guide where we send you a video every single day about some aspect of life in New Zealand. So if you
Yep.
haven't had that yet, go and sign up for it.
Go and sign up for it. Yep.
Go on, give the website, Brian, because you're better at it
Yeah,
than
so
me.
it's you do it the Kiwi way, www.itsadrama.com/I love NZ.
Yeah. So go and get that, and you can find out some more about New Zealand. Right, okay, so our last one, number 7, which absolutely proves that these two little Brits are, are true Kiwis now. You know you're a Kiwi when you wear these. Hang on.
There you go. So these
Sliders.
little sliders. You see them there, look?
And not only that, you wear them with your socks.
With your socks on.
With your
I can't get my
socks.
leg up that high. Look, there you go. Ta-da!
So, yeah, sliders and socks.
Yep.
I reckon the Kiwis invented that.
Yeah, because they normally have jandals, which are flip-flops, and it's a bit hard to wear socks with flip-flops. You
Yeah.
can do it, but it's
I
kind
bet
of...
the Kiwis do it.
Yeah.
But no, these sliders, and I didn't
yeah.
know they were called sliders. My kids told me the other year, like a couple of years ago, they were, oh, where's my sliders? And I thought, what are they?
What sliders, yeah.
So yeah, these I've nicked these off Tessa's friend, but yeah, those things that you put your and they are the comfiest things
Yep.
ever.
Any weather you can do it.
Yeah.
You just get some waterproof socks and you're away.
No, just socks and sliders. So if you are wearing socks and sliders right now,
Yep.
then you are a
Because
true Kiwi.
you always see like American tourists, you know, they've got a pair of white socks on and a pair of sandals.
Yeah.
You know, because they're in a hot country, so they're not wearing their sneakers or their trainers, as they call it. So you know, they've got a pair of sandals on, like Jesus sandals, as we always call them,
Yeah.
or desert sandals,
Yeah,
whatever they are,
yeah.
aren't they? And a pair of white socks, and they're on holiday.
Yeah.
Like, stand out like a sore
Do
thumb.
you know what though, Bri? I used to look at people in socks and sandals. I mean, obviously not this
It's
because
comfy
this
though,
is a
isn't it?
cool look.
Yeah.
It is comfy.
Yeah.
And when do you
It's
cross
not
that?
gritty, is it?
What?
It doesn't like when you get grit
I know.
underneath your sandals.
And when do you cross that line? You know
Yeah.
that you're thinking, okay, I want to look cool. Actually, these do look cool, obviously. But say you're outside New Zealand and you're like, I want to look cool, but I want to be comfy, you know, and you just like,
Yeah.
Go
But
with the socks and
Can you
sandals,
remember when
just
you
do it.
you were living in Bath, back in England, and you were going to Waitrose, which is like the posher of the supermarkets, and you had to think what you were wearing, because it's like, oh, you know, what will they think of me if I turn up looking like that?
I know.
And it's kind of sad, isn't it? Like, you know,
Yeah,
I can remember wearing, I had one of those.
Maybe that's just our insecurities, though. Maybe not everyone's like that.
Well, no, yeah, but I had an Australian, the leather hat. I can't remember the name of them now. The Kiwi do a version of that hat as well. It's not the one with the corks on, but it's just a leather hat. It looks a bit like a small cowboy hat. And I remember wearing that. It was pouring down one day, and I'd been working outside, and went into Waitrose to get some shopping for the night. And a friend of mine, ours, just turned around, what are you wearing that for? And I'm like,
Who was that? Oh, don't tell me because he
No,
might be watching.
no,
I
they
think
might be
I've got an
watching.
idea.
Yeah, yeah. You
Did
know
his
who it
name
was.
begin with M?
No, it was a girl.
Oh, was his wife? Was it his wife?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, wing, nudge, nudge. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, okay.
And it was just like, what's wrong with it? It's just a bloody
Oh,
hat.
she was a snob though, Brian.
Yeah. Oh,
a
no.
real snob.
Yes, yes.
Fancy saying that about you and your leather hair.
I know.
Did you have your shorts on?
No. No, I would never wear shorts for working. No, you do when it's hot in the summer. Always, but you have your winter trousers and your summer trousers.
See, that's the other good thing about New Zealand as well. I know this is off topic again, but they don't give a damn what you're wearing.
No, who cares?
It's bliss.
Yeah, it is. It's like you go to the supermarket, you'll see people in the slippers, you'll see people in the pajamas. Yeah, but it's just like
In their
it's like
onesies.
I don't know, I'm just
That's
picking
going a
something
bit
up.
far, that's
yeah, I know,
right.
but they do, don't they? You know,
Me and you should go to the supermarket in our onesies.
I think, yeah. Well, I haven't got one.
Yeah.
Oh, a onesie.
The little Peter Rabbit one. And the
Oh,
leg
that was.
in
Don't tell me. You've got the PVC one, haven't you, as well?
Right, okay. Have you got anything else left to say then?
No, that's what. It's just about that being Kiwi, and just you basically wear what you want.
Yeah.
You know, and no
Yeah.
one really. Who gives a toss?
Yeah.
You know, it might be different in Auckland because it always is in Auckland, and maybe a bit in Wellington.
Well,
but
Auckland's not New Zealand, though,
no,
is it?
no, no.
Yeah.
That belongs to Australia, doesn't it? Auckland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we hope you have enjoyed this this podcast on You're a Kiwi when,
Yep.
and we've covered some points for you. If you liked this video, make sure you go and watch the video that me and Brian made about 7 things that still baffle us about New Zealand.
Yes. Yeah.
It was a great video, and we were being really honest. It was just like, we cannot get our head around these things. So if you
Yeah.
haven't seen that video, go and watch it.
Yeah. The way Kiwis are on a phone. That was the one, wasn't it?
No.
Not that one?
No,
Oh,
it's a different way. Don't get on about that again.
Let's not get
No,
complicated.
let's move on.
Yeah.
So, okay, until next time.
Hey, kia kaha, stay strong. Kia kaha, kia u, stay true.
Yes, okay, and we'll see you. Oh, and before we go,
Oh.
thank you so much. No, I just want to say thank you
Okay.
so much. You're absolutely brilliant. The people who listen on the podcast, the people who watch our YouTube videos,
Yep.
just absolutely lovely. You know that I love all your comments, and each and every one of you really, really feel supported and loved, and it's just...
Yeah, it's just brilliant.
It's
I
just
just love it
amazing.
when you make those comments, and
I know.
Liz spends hours going through them and talking, writing back and
Yeah,
all those
because
sort of
I
things.
know how hard it
Just
is
interacting
to
with,
it's blooming hard, Brian, to send
just to
people
write a comment, it takes so
yeah.
much, because even I know when I'm on YouTube and I've really enjoyed that video, because just you've got me out the poo, fixing the car or something,
Yeah.
and it's always nice to put a comment in there, so stick a comment in there,
Yeah.
and we will answer back, don't
Yeah,
worry.
well, I
Yeah.
will, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Daddy, I love him.
Mother thanks you.
Right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Hello.